Charisar classes. I am Saguna Jaripudi Moksham, Vedic Mathematics and Creative Memory Skills Trainer. Today's video is for GRE test takers. In GRE there are quants and verbal two sections. I am going to take a quants section. In that quants we have four types of questions. These four types of questions, number one is exactly one right answer type questions. Second one is quantitative comparison questions. Third type is at least one right answer questions. The fourth type is a numeric entry questions. In these four types of questions, quantitative comparison questions will appear more number in two sections. In two sections you are going to attempt total 40 questions. In that 40 questions, almost 12 to 15 questions are quantitative comparison questions. So you need to practice very perfectly these quantitative comparison questions because they are very easy. At the same time, more number of trap answers you get in this quantitative comparison questions. So that we are going to deal today with quantitative comparison questions. Always quantitative comparison questions will be given with quantity and quantity B and with some information. Like this, see here x is lies between 2 and 4 and quantity A is given 3 minus x by x, quantity B is given 3 minus x by minus x. Here x value we need to substitute from 2 to 4, between 2 to 4, that is if I take x is equals to 3, you can substitute here 3 minus 3 is 0, 0 by 3, 3 minus 3 by 3 and here also 3 minus 3 by minus 3. So 3 minus 3 is 0, 0 by 3 is 0 and 3 minus 3 is 0 by minus 3 is also 0. Now you can compare the quantities. So quantity A value is 0, quantity B value is 0, means two quantities are equal. Then A can be eliminated and B also can be eliminated. Now let us have one more substitution, that is x is equal to something like 2.5 we will try. So when you take x is equal to 2.5, 3 minus x, that is 3 minus 2.5 by 2.5 and here also 3 minus 2.5 by minus 2.5. Here 3 minus 2.5 is 0.5 by 2.5. So which can be also written as 5 by 25 and this can be written as 1 by 5 and here also 3 minus 2.5, that is nothing but minus 0.5 by minus 2.5. So which can be also written as minus 5 by 25, that is minus 1 by 5. Now you can see quantity A is 1 by 5, quantity B is minus 1 by 5. So are they equal? Means definitely they are not equal. So that you can eliminate C. Now you can select D. So D is our answer. Like this you can close the scratch paper. Next question number 2. A is greater than 1, B is greater than 5. Quantity A is 5B whole power A and quantity B is B square whole power A. When A is greater than 1, we can take A is equal to 2. B is greater than 5, we can have B is equal to 6. Just these two values we substitute in quantity A and quantity B. That is 5 into B value 6, 5 into 6 30. Whole to the power of A means 2. Next quantity B, 6 square 36. Whole to the power of A, that is 2. Now you can see square and square are equal and you can compare the bases 30 and 36. 36 is definitely greater. Means quantity B is greater. When quantity B is greater, you can eliminate A and you can also eliminate C. Now one more substitution we will try. A is equals to 3, B is equal to same 6. Now B is equal to 6, 6 5s are 30 whole to the power of 3 and here B equal to 6, 6 square 36 whole to the power of 3. Again same 30 whole cube and 36 whole to the power of 3. 36 is greater than 30, powers are same. Always these bases you need to compare because both the powers are same. When the powers are equal, we need to compare the bases. Here always you get base greater here. Always b square value will be greater than 5b value. Therefore what we can say here, you can eliminate d and confirm b is our answer, because always quantity b is greater. Next, the third question, geometry question. Geometry question, some information is given. Let us see this one. In triangle ABC, AB is equals to 12 and AC is equals to 10, BC is equal to 5. When geometry question, some information is given, for that information we need to try to draw the diagram. So when you draw the diagram, you get more clarity, more understanding you get. So that you need to draw the diagram here. AB length is 12, little bigger, and BC is lesser, and AC is 10. So here A, B and C. This is 12, this is 10 and 5. So here AB is greater than AC and AC is greater than BC. Here the longest side is AB. Always you remember, in a triangle the angle opposite to the longest side is greatest. So longest side opposite angle is angle C, and angle A is opposite to the smallest side. Therefore angle A, angle C, whenever you compare, angle C is greater, that is quantity B is greater. That's it. Like this we can solve easily. When the side lengths are given, you can compare the angles. This is third question. The fourth question is given quantities with the numerical expressions. We need to compare the numerical expression values. So when these are numbers, when we simplify this we'll get a number, when we simplify this we'll get a number. When both the quantities have numbers, in advance you can eliminate D. D cannot be the answer. We get a perfect answer, either A or B or C, but not D. So let's simplify this quantity A first. That is minus 10 minus 3 whole square is 9. That becomes minus 19. Next quantity B, minus of, this is 10 plus minus 3 whole square is 9. That is minus 19. So quantity A is minus 19, quantity B is minus 19. Therefore two quantities are equal. You can choose answer choice C. Close this. Next, question number 5. It's a word problem. Let's read the question here. A book with 80,000 words costs $24 and a short story worth 1,000 words cost $1. So quantity A is cost per word of the book and cost per word of the short story. So when the book has 80,000 words, it costs $24. So what is the cost per word? So cost per word equals to $24 by 80,000. 24 by 80,000. This is the cost per word of the book. Next, coming to the cost per word of the short story. Here $1 by total number of words are 1,000. Now we need to compare 24 by 80,000 and 1 by 1,000. What you will do here? Most of the times people will convert this into decimals. That is not required. One more easiest way is there to compare the fractions. Just to see, here denominator is 80,000, here denominator is 1,000 and numerator is 24 and the numerator is 1. Here you can do, either you can make the numerators equal or either you can make the denominators equal. So I feel making denominators equal is easy here. So when 1,000 is there, I want 80,000, just I will multiply with 80 and divide with 80. So I get 80 by 80,000. Now you can see 80,000 and 80,000, two denominators are same. Now numerator is 24, numerator is 80. Highest numerator will be have the highest value. Therefore quantity B is greater. And in this one more point, Here quantity A is representing number, quantity B is also representing number. In advance you can also cancel D because D never be the answer. So when numbers are there in the quantities, D never be the answer. Either A or B or C will be the answer. Here for this question, B is the answer. You can close it. So unit conversion, next question number 6. See here it is given 1 kg equals to 2.2 pounds. Here quantity A is number of kg in 44 pounds and number of pounds in 44 kg. So here unit conversion, so quantity A is representing number and quantity B is also representing number. You can eliminate D first. Now number of kgs in 44 pound, that is 44 by 2.2, because every 2.2 pounds makes 1 kg. Therefore in 44 pounds how many kgs are there? That is the question. So therefore 44 by 2.2, which can be written as 44 by 22 by 10, like this. So when you remove the decimal point, here you get by 10. So this which can be written as 440 by 22. 22 1 times and 22 2 times, this is 20. So that is nothing but 20 kgs. So 44 pounds makes 20 kg. Now here the number of pounds in 44 kg, how many pounds are there in 44 kg? 1 kg there are 2.2 pounds. So here 44 into 2.2, this is pounds. 44 into 2.2, which can be done 44 into 22 by 10, you can write, because I removed the decimal point, so by 10. So if you want to multiply with the 22 or else you can also do like this, 44 into 11 into 2 by 10, which is very easy. 11 multiplication technique already I have given. So you can, once you can go through that, whenever you want to multiply with 11, this becomes 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 4 and into 2 by 10. So 484 into 2, that is nothing but 869, 968 by 10, which is equal to 96.8. Now quantity B is 96.8 and quantity A is 20. The quantity B is greater. So therefore our answer is B. Like this you can solve this. Question number 7. In this it is given minus of x cube equal to 64. Minus of x cube equal to 64 and quantity A is x power 4 and quantity B is x to the power of 5. Let's see here, minus x cube equal to 64 or x cube equal to, we can also write minus 64. Now x cube equal to minus 64 and x cube is equal to minus 4 whole cube also can be written this one. Okay, minus 4 whole cube, which is nothing but minus 64. Here now both side powers are equal, you can write the bases equal, x is equal to minus 4. When x is equal to minus 4, let's evaluate quantity A, that is minus 4 whole power 4 and quantity B minus 4 whole to the power of 5. And you can see minus 4 to the power of even, negative to the power of even always positive. So which can be written as 4 to the power of 4. And minus to the power of odd, 5 is odd number. So minus to the power of odd always minus. So that is minus of 4 to the power of 5. Here you don't try to find out all these values, not required. So this is a positive quantity, this is a negative quantity. Definitely the positive quantity is greater, that is quantity A is greater. You can close the sketch paper. Question number 8 is given with the linear equations. One linear equation is in 2 variables, another linear equation is in 3 variables. Two variables linear equation always represent a straight line. 3 variables linear equation always represent a plane. Here let us see 3x plus 6y equal to 27, which can be also written as, from this you can write just 3, you take common from this, x plus 2y which is equals to 27. Now from both sides 3 1s and 3 9s, that is x plus 2y, x plus 2y value is 9. Okay, so here x plus 2y plus z is equal to 11. In place of x plus 2y, we can write from this relation 9 here. Suppose if we write 9 plus z equal to 11 and z is equal to 11 minus 9. Z value is 2. Z value is 2. Now coming to the quantity A, z plus 5. Quantity B, x plus 2y minus 2. Z value is 2. We can put here 2. 2 plus 5, that is 7. And x plus 2y, that value we have got 9. 9 minus 2, which is nothing but 7. Here quantity A is 7 and quantity B is also 7. Two quantities are equal, then you can select C. That's it. Question number 9. A, B, C are three consecutive odd integers such that A is less than B is less than C. Quantity A is A plus B plus 2 and quantity B is B plus C minus 1. Odd integers. So you can take either positives or negatives. They must be consecutive. Right. Let us take the values for A, B, C. First let's start with positives, then we also consider the negatives. Now positive numbers, what you can take: A equal to 1, B equal to 3, C equal to 5. These are the three consecutive odd integers. Now let's put these values in quantity A plus B plus 2. So that is nothing but 1 plus 3 plus 2, that is 6. And in quantity B also we put the values B plus C minus 1, that is 3 plus 5 minus 1, that is 8 minus 1, 7. Now you can compare the quantities. Quantity A is 6 and quantity B is 7. 7 is greater than 6, therefore quantity B is greater. You can eliminate A, you can also eliminate C. Let's take negative values also. The negative values are A is equal to B is equal to C is equals to. You can also have minus 5, minus 3, minus 1. Minus 5 is less than, minus 3 is less than, minus 1. Now check quantity A plus B, that is minus 5, minus 3, minus 8 plus 2. Minus 3, minus 5, minus 5, minus 3 plus 2. That is minus 8 plus 2 is minus 6. Here B plus C minus 1, minus 3, minus 1, minus 1, which is equals to minus 5. Now here minus 6 and minus 5. Minus 5 is greater, so B is greater. Let's also try negatives and positives combined. We'll try all the cases. A, B, C. The consecutive odd integers means we can go with minus 3, minus 1 and 1. These are the three consecutive odd integers. Now A plus B plus 2, that is minus 3, minus 1 plus 2, minus 4 plus 2, that is minus 2. B plus C minus 1, minus 1 plus 1 minus 1, which is minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled, this is minus 1. Quantity B is minus 1 and quantity A is minus 2. Definitely minus 1 is greater, therefore quantity B is greater. For all the cases, D can be eliminated. Like this you can try. When consecutive or odd integers are given, you can also take positive odd integers, negative odd integers, and mix up of positive and negative odd integers you can consider. Next, coming to question number 10, it is again geometry question. Here two parallel lines are given. We need to know some properties of parallel lines also. Let's see first this question. So L and M are parallel lines, and from AB, that is from this angle is given X and this angle is given Y, and angle ABC is given Z, and L and M are parallel lines. It is given quantity A is Z degrees and quantity B is X plus Y degrees, X degrees and Y degrees, X degrees and Y degrees together. Okay, so with this given data directly, can we find out anything? Not possible. Directly finding is not possible. Then The only way is we need to construct something. See here, this one you can extend like this. Like this you extend. Then what happens is the L and M are parallel lines. This angle must be equal to this angle because they are interior alternate angles are equal always. Now Z is the angle. What is this part of angle? Sum of the angles on a line is 180 degrees. This is Z. This becomes 180 minus Z. This becomes 180 minus Z. I will write it a little bigger. This is 180 minus Z. Now you can see here some point, we can put it as some point D. Now just you focus on the triangle BCD. This triangle you take. So in triangle BCD, angle X plus angle Y plus angle 180 minus Z is equal to how much? Angle sum property. What is the sum of the angles in a triangle? The sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Now you can see here 180 and 180 can be cancelled. Now X plus Y minus Z equal to 0 and X plus Y is equal to Z. So here Z is given, Z is nothing but X plus Y. So quantity A is X plus Y and quantity B is also X degrees plus Y degrees. Therefore both the quantities are equal. You can select C. That is, when geometry questions are given, when directly with the given information the solution is not possible, then you can go for the constructions like this. Question number 11 is about numbers. So here it is given P and Q are prime numbers and P plus Q equals to 12. Quantity A is P and quantity B is 8. So here P plus Q equals to 12. We need to take P and Q, both are prime numbers whose sum is equals to 12. Let us take P is equal to 5 and Q is equal to 7. 5 and 7 are primes and whose sum is equal to 12. Now P value is 5, we write it here. Now compare the quantities. Quantity A is 5, quantity B is 8. 8 is greater than 5, therefore quantity B is greater. You can eliminate A and you also can eliminate C. And if you reverse it, P is equal to and Q is equals to, P is equal to 7 and Q is equals to 5. P is equal to 7, put here 7 and compare with the quantity B. Quantity B is only greater. Now is there any other combination will satisfy the given condition and P and Q must be primes? Means P and Q primes and sum will be 12, means only the combination 5, 7, 7, 5. So two possible cases we tested. So therefore quantity B will be greater always. You can select B and cancel D. That is your answer. Question number 2, with some condition it is given. Variable is lies between 1 and 3. X lies between 1 and 3. Quantity A is x square and quantity B is 2x. So between 1 and 3, we can choose x is equal to 2, which is lies between 1 and 3. Now 2 square it becomes 4. And 2 into 2, this is also 4. Quantity A is 4 and quantity B is 4. Therefore, two quantities are equal. You can eliminate A and B. Now let's try one more number. One more number that is near to 3 will take. That is x is equal to some 2.5. Here 2.5 whole square. That is, this is 2.5 whole square. Any number ending with 5, already have given the technique. Suppose 25 square is 5 square is 25, 2 next number is 3, 3 to the 6, 625. Already this video is just, you can go through that. See, 625, that is nothing but 2.5 whole square, that is 6.25. After 2 digits there will be a point. Now here 2 into 2.5, you can see that 2.5 into 2 is 5. 6.25 and 5, are they equal? Definitely no. Now eliminate C, select D. So D will be the answer to this question. Question number 13. Here, no information. Quantity A is given with information and quantity B is given with the information. Now let's see the information. Perimeter of a rectangle whose area is 18. And quantity B, perimeter of a rectangle whose area is 28. In both the figures it is given, area is given, asking perimeter and perimeter. So area of rectangle is 18, means what are all the length and breadth possibilities? L equals to and B equals to. To get L into B value 18, we can take 9 length, breadth is 2. Now perimeter of this rectangle for these measurements is equal to, perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B, that is 2 into 9 plus 2, that is 22. Now perimeter of rectangle whose area is 28. To get 28, L value I am taking it as 7 and B value is equal to 4. Now perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B, that is 7 plus 4, which is nothing but 22. So perimeter is 22 and perimeter is 22. Both the quantities are equal. Therefore what we can eliminate? A can be eliminated and B can be eliminated. C means two quantities are equal. Let's try 18 is possible with any other length and breadth. Is there any other possibility? Yes. L is equal to 6 and B equals to 3 also it may be. In that case, perimeter of rectangle becomes 2 into 6 plus 3. That become 9 2s are 22. Sorry, 9 2s are 18. And here also 28. Is there any other possibility? Yes, that is L is equals to 14 and B is equal to 2 you can take. When L is equal to 14 and B is equal to 2, perimeter of rectangle it becomes 2 into 14 plus 2 16, which is nothing but 32. Now 18 and 32, are they equal? Definitely no. Therefore you can eliminate C and select D. That is the solution. Question number 14 is given with the product of three consecutive numbers. The three consecutive numbers are m plus 1, m plus 2, m plus 3. These are the three consecutive numbers is equal to 720 and quantity A is given with m plus 2 and quantity B is 10. Now are you going to multiply all this and find the m value? Not required. Logically we will solve. See, suppose m plus 2 value is 10. When m plus 2 value, if we are taking it as 10, if it is 10, then what happens? M plus 2 equal to 10, m plus 1 value will be m plus 1, m plus 2, m plus 3. M plus 2 if I take 10, m plus 1 value will be 9, m plus 3 value will be 11. So how much is the product when you multiply this? 11 tens are 110, 110 into 9, 990. But here the product is 720, which is not equal. Means m plus 2 value definitely not is, m plus 2 value definitely not equals to 10. So what will be the value of m plus 2? Can it be more than 10? Definitely no, because when we taken m plus 2 value as 10, we have got more than the test condition 720. So when you take m plus 2 value less than 10, any value less than 10, then this product will become 720. Means m plus 2 value is always less than 10. Not more than 10, not equals to 10. With m equals to 10 we check, so it is not, we are not getting 720. Therefore m plus 2 value can be less than 10. Therefore we can say that always m plus 2 is less than 10, quantity B is always greater. You can close this one. Like this logically we can solve. You don't multiply this one. If you multiply all these three factors, you get cubic equation. Solving is very difficult. So that don't solve that. And you can use by substituting m value here, substituting 5, substituting 6 and checking this one, then by that you can do. But more easier than that, taking m plus 10, m plus 2 value is 10, automatically m plus 1 value become 9, m plus 3 value will become 11. When you multiply 3, what you are getting, the product you can check. This product is equal to this, then you can take 10. But this product is more than 720, therefore m plus 10, m plus 2 value must be less than 10. That is the reason B is greater. Question number 15 is given with the time calculation. Quantity A is given number of seconds in 1 day, and quantity B is given number of days in 1 century. Century means 100 years. Let's calculate first quantity A. That is, in a day we know that there are 24 hours. Each hour has 60 minutes into 60. Each minute has 60 seconds into 60. Now 24 into easy calculation we will do. 60 into 60. 6 is 36. 3600. Now with 24 into 36 we will multiply. 24 into 36, any two digit number into any two digit number multiplication. Already I have given the video. Just once you can go through that. And 24 into 36 it will be 864 and 2 zeros. That is 86,400 seconds are there in 1 day. Let's see the quantity B also. In number of days in 1 century, what are the number of days in 1 year? There are 365 days into 1 century. That is nothing but 100 years into 100. That is 36500. That is 36,500. Now you can compare 86,400, 36,500. Definitely quantity A is greater. You can select A. Question number 16. Question number 16 is given with the variable x. Let's try to solve this. 50 plus x by 5. Here 10 plus x. X is the variable. There is no condition for x. X can be any value. So here I will write 50 plus x by 5. I will write 50 by 5 plus x by 5. So that becomes 10 plus x by 5. Can we decide like 10 plus x by 5? This is 10 plus x. So x is more than x by 5. Therefore quantity B is greater. Can we go with that like that? No, that will be the trap answer. So what to do? Let's put some value. X is equal to 5 will take. When x is equal to 5, here quantity A, it becomes 5 by 5 is 1. 1 plus 10 is 11. Here x is equal to 5. You put here 10 plus 5 is 15. Now quantity B is 15, quantity A is 11. 15 is greater. Therefore quantity B is greater. You can eliminate A and also eliminate C. Let's try with one more value for x. What may be the good value? The good number may be negative. We'll try x equal to minus 5. Just from here we'll see 10 minus 5 by 5, that is minus 1. 10 minus 1 is 9. And here 10 minus 5 is 5. Now quantity A is 9, quantity B is 5. Is B greater? Definitely no. B is not greater. So B can be eliminated and D you select. So the relationship cannot be determined between the quantities. Question number 17 is given with same negative numbers. Powers are n and n plus 1. Consecutive powers here. See here minus 10 to the power of n and minus 10 to the power of n plus 1. About n nothing is given. N value can be taken it as anything. Let's try to take n is equals to 0. You can take 0 also. So when you put n is equal to 0, minus 10 to the power of 0. We know that anything to the power of 0 is 1. Except 0 to the power of 0. 0 to the power of 0 is not defined. Other than 0, any non-zero number to the power of 0 is 1 always. Therefore, its value is 1 for n is equal to 0. Now here, minus 10 to the power of 0 plus 1 is 1. Minus 10 power 1 is minus 10. Now compare the quantities. Quantity A is 1, quantity B is minus 10. Quantity A is positive, quantity B is negative. Definitely quantity A is greater. When A is greater, you can eliminate B and also you can eliminate C. Now one more value we'll try. n is equal to suppose 1. When n is equal to 1, minus 10 to the power of 1 is minus 10. And here minus 10 to the power of 1 plus 1, 2. Minus 10 square. When even power for the negative base, that becomes positive. That value is 100. Now minus 10 and plus 100. Is A greater? A is negative, B is positive. Is A greater? No. So A you can eliminate, B you can select. You can close the scratch paper. Question number 18 is given with numeric expressions. So here 11 by 12 of 13 by 14 and here 14 by 15. Let's see here 11 by 12 of 13 by 14, which can be written as 11 into 13 by 12 into 14. Here 11 by 15 is less than 1 and this is also less than 1. But you need to observe one thing here. This 14 by 15 will be greater than 11 into 13 by 12 into 14. Therefore, quantity B is greater and quantity is lesser. So, therefore, quantity B is the answer. Question number 19 is percentages question. What is percentage? Percentage means for every 100 or per 100. So, let's see here this question 2 by 3 percentage of 3 by 4, 3 by 4 percentage of 2 by 3. We can write this 1 minute. Here this is numeric, it is a number and it is also number. When two quantities have numbers, what we do? We eliminate D. D never be the answer. Either A or B or C will be the answer, but D never be the answer because this quantity has number and quantity B also has number. So now when you remove this percentage sign, you get 2 by 3 into 3 by 4 by 100. Now let's simplify this one. 3 and 3 gets cancelled, 2 ones and 2 twos. So what it becomes? 1 by 2 by 100, which can be written as 1 by 2 will come down, that is 1 by 200. It is simplified. Now 3 by 4 percentage of 2 by 3, you can write 3 by 4 into 2 by 3 by 100. You can cancel 2 and 3 and 3. 2 times, it is 1 time. That is again 1 by 2 by 100, which is 1 by 200. Now quantity A is 1 by 200, quantity B is 1 by 200. Two quantities are equal. You can close the scratch paper. Question number 20. This is also again percentage question. Here it is given n percentage of 25 equal to 50. N percentage of 25 equals to 50 means what you can write? N into 25 by 100, which is equal to 50, right? So let's try to simplify. This is 25 ones and 25 fours. N is equal to, cross multiply this, 200. Now quantity A is 50 percentage of N. 50 percentage of N, that is nothing but 50 percentage of 200, which is nothing but already percentage shortcut also I given. That video is also given. Percentage made easy video is there. Just you can watch that. So whenever percentage is given, you can make it multiplication. Here you can cancel 2 zeros by this 50 into 2, 100. 50 into 2, this is 100. Quantity A is 100. Quantity B is 75 is given. So 100 is greater than 75. That is quantity A is our answer. Quantity A is greater. Answer A is our answer. Question number 21 is ratios question. Here relation is given that 3A equals to 2B, 3B equals to 5C, and we need to find out the ratio of A to C, and quantity B is given that 1. Now 3A is equals to 2B, then A is equal to 2 by 3 of B you can write, and also you can write 3B equals to 5C and B is equal to 5 by 3 of C. We want A and C. Let's write down here A is equals to 2 by 3. In place of B, we can write 5 by 3 into C. Now A is equal to 5 2s are 10, 3 3s are 9 into C. A by C. is equal to 10 by 9. This 10 by 9 is greater than 1. And A is to C, the ratio of A to C, that is A is to C is required. A is to C is nothing but A by C, and this A by C value is more than 1. Now quantity A is more than 1, quantity B is exactly 1. We can say that quantity A is greater, therefore our answer is A. 22nd question is a geometry question. Here some conditions are given, that is the radius of circle B is 3 times the radius of circle A. Then quantity A is area of circle B by area of circle A, and quantity B is 3 pi. Yes, for circle B and the circle A, we take the radii, circle B and circle A, like this we take. Circle B radius, if I take 3 times, it is given capital R is equal to 3, and small r, this value will be 1. Therefore we can say that radius of circle B is 3 times the radius of circle A, 1 and 3 times. Now area of circle B, that is pi r square, that is 3 square by pi r square, that is pi into 1 whole square. You can cancel pi and pi. 3 square is 9, 9 by 1 is 9. Here 3 pi, 3 into pi value is 3.14. If we take approximate 3.14, now this is 9.42. That is 9.42, and this is exactly 9. Now quantity A and quantity B, when you compare, quantity A is lesser than quantity B, that is quantity B is greater, you can eliminate A and also you can eliminate C. Let us have one more value for R and here small r. Suppose if it is 1.5, then this becomes 0.5, 3 times of radius. Now again we compare, that is pi into 1.5 whole square by pi into 0.5 whole square. That becomes pi and pi gets cancelled. Here this becomes 2.25 by 0.25. This again becomes 9 times, and that is 9.42. For this value is also quantity B is greater. Any values you take, the radius of circle B is 3 times the radius of circle A you take, always quantity B will be greater. This will be standardly, it will come 9, and this is 9 plus quantity, but it is exactly 9. Therefore quantity B is greater. So that is our answer is B. Question number 23 is inequality question, algebraic inequality and linear inequality it is. It is given that x by 2 minus 2 is greater than x by 3. Quantity A is x, quantity B is 12. When you see the variable, we'll generally go for substitution, but you don't go for the substitution here. So more easier than that, we can do this. So that is x minus 2 greater than x by 3. So just you can transfer this inside, you take, and you take this one outside. That is x by 2 minus x by 3, which is greater than 2. Now just we can have the LCM, 2 and 3, LCM is 6, 3 into x is 3x, 2 into x is minus 2x, greater than 2. Now 3x minus 2x is x by 6 is greater than 2. X is greater than 2 into 6 cross multiply, which is 12. Here x value is greater than 12, means always here x value is greater than 12, and quantity B is 12, quantity A is greater than 12. Definitely our answer is A. Always quantity A is greater. Question number 24 is exponents question. Here it is given 2 to the power of a minus 1 by 2 to the power of b plus 1 equal to 8. a to the power of, so 2 to the power of a minus 1 means it is in the form of a to the power of m minus n. When a to the power of m minus n is given, we write a to the power of m by a to the power of n. The similar way we can write 2 to the power of a by 2 to the power of 1 divided by 2 to the power of b plus 1, which is in the form of a to the power of m plus n. When a to the power of m plus n is there, we can write a to the power of m into a to the power of n. So here also you can write 2 to the power of 1 into 2 to the power of b, which is equal to 8. Now this 2 will come down, that is 2 to the power of a by 2 into 2 power b, which is equal to 8. You can also write 2 to the power of a by 2 to the power of b. You can write 2 to the power of a minus b, and this 4 you can multiply this side, 4 into 8. 2 to the 4, 4 is multiplying with this. That is equal to 32. That is 2 to the power of a minus b, 2 to the power of a minus b, which is equal to 32 can be written as 2 to the power of 5. Here 2 to the power of a minus b equals to 2 to the power of 5. Then a minus b is equal to 5, because both side bases are equal. Then you can equate the powers. Now from this you can write that a is equals to b plus 5. So here quantity a is a, quantity b is b. So here quantity a is equal to b plus 5. So here quantity a is b plus 5, quantity b is b, therefore quantity a is greater, therefore our answer is A. 25th question is given for average. It is given from average. So how to find out the average of some quantities? Average or arithmetic mean is the sum of the entries by number of entries. Here a plus b equal to 1, b plus c equal to 2, c plus a equal to 3 is given. We need to find out the average of a, b and c. Here you can see that it is given a plus b, b plus c, c plus a. Let's try to add all these. A plus b plus b plus c plus c plus a, which is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now we get 2a plus 2b plus 2c, which is equal to 6. Now we can take 2 common, that is a plus b plus c equal to 6, and a plus b plus c is equals to, can cancel this, and 3. Here we are adding a plus b plus b plus c plus c plus a. Here 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3. So this has come 6. So a plus b plus c value is 3. Average of a, b and c. What is the average of a, b and c? That is a plus b plus c by 3. Sum of the entries by number of entries. Now a plus b plus c value we have got 3 by 3, which is equals to 1. Quantity a is 1 and quantity b is 1. So two quantities are equal. Our answer is C. In this video, total 25 quantitative comparison questions are given. All these questions you practice. These are all very important questions. If you like this, please like, comment and share. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. But sharing is compulsory. You share with your friends who are taking GRE test in near future. Thank you. Thank you very much.